Welcome to Fallout 76, this is Jim. In this video we're going to take a look at completing daily challenges for today, Thursday, February the 6th, 2025. Let's take a look at it and see what we got for today. Alright, we got some good ones here. Now I have many videos on my channel that'll help you guys out. I get different ideas, different locations, easy areas, hard areas, everything. If you're a brand spanking new player to the game, you're a returning player, even if you're an experienced player, there's a particular daily, weekly challenge that's giving you a hard time or trouble. I'm sure you'll find a video on my channel that'll help you. I try to keep my videos as updated as I possibly can. Of course, you guys are awesome, the great comments and tips, which I greatly appreciated. So first things first, I did re-roll a couple of these daily challenges. I re-roll complete a mutated event. I got this one here instead, kill a cultist 10. And I had re-rolled kill mutated enemies. And I got this epic one here, destroy robots while with an energy weapon 5. Now I highly recommend you do the epic ones that you re-roll. Again, when you do re-roll, if you get an epic one, it is totally random, so just an FYI. But we do get more score for epic ones, so just an FYI, it's always good to do them. If you are wondering why I have a little bit more score going on than you take a look at the top right hand corner of the screen. I have a 25% boost going on right now. Of course, I claimed that right off the current Season 19 Season Pass on 3 pages. A 5%, 10%, additional 10%, giving me 25%. Of course, you can claim that by being a Fallout First member, or if you pay the 1,500 atoms for the Season Pass. Alright, let's take a look at this one here first. Choose some Bubblegum 1. Everyone knows how to chew bubblegum. You just go into your food and drink and chew on some bubblegum here, but the big question is how do you get bubblegum in the game? So every time you open up perk card packs, you'll get bubblegum. Let's open up a perk card pack, and we got 4 of them here, so let's open 2 of them. As you see there, top left hand corner, cola perk bubblegum. Another one popped up there, so just an FYI, we do get perk bubblegum for free. Now, a lot of people in the past have said that they had either dropped the perk bubblegum or sold it in their vendor. I highly recommend hanging on to them, because perk bubblegum is not only good for daily challenges like today, chew bubblegum, but they also count as pre-war food, and they count as eat a cake, pie, or candy, okay? And this is something that we get for free in the game, and they don't cost, they don't weigh anything, so it's always good to kind of hang on to them instead of dropping them. Alright, another good place to get bubblegum here in the game, I find myself, is usually up here at the pumpkin house. Alright, so let's pop up here today real quick and see if there's any available on the server. I'll show you at least where you can look on your server.
So many pumpkins.
Right here on the porch there'll be this black cauldron here. Sometimes there'll be some Perks, so there's cotton candy bites in there today, but sometimes the cotton candy bites will be on the outside, and sometimes there'll be the perk bubblegum on the inside. Now there'll be an orange pumpkin inside here, a plastic one. Sometimes there's perk bubblegum inside there as well, but there's none, unfortunately, on the server. But that's a couple places that you can check, alright? And of course, you can try other players' vendors. Again, a lot of people, if they do sell them, will sell them fairly cheap, like 1 cap. Alright, let's go ahead, and we're going to go to our food and drink section. And of course, the bubblegum you find here will be just regular bubblegum, like this, okay? So let's take a look here. So there's the cola perk bubblegum that we got there from opening the perk card pack. And let's look for the other one here. We would have got watermelon perk bubblegum here. So let's go ahead, and we're going to eat our perk bubblegum we got for free. Opening the perk card pack. There we go. Choose some bubblegum, 1 for 1 done. Just like that. So we just get to show people where you can find this stuff, okay? Alright, what's next?
Days like these, I wonder what I'm even carving for.
Alright, let's go ahead and kill a honeybeast 1. Many great spots we can find honeybees in around the wasteland. Right up here, as high as I will go, I guess. Right up here just north of this little flower here, there'll be an indentation into the side of little of a mountainside. There's usually a couple insects there. Also, anywhere from 1 to 3 honeybees, so it's a pretty good spot there. There'll be 3 honeybees right here, right in this little triangle right here, so just south of the Middle Mountain pit stop. So once upon a time ago, probably about 2 years ago, There used to be 3 right at this location. It used to be called Middle Mountain Cabins. But they had moved those guys, so you can find those 3 right here. Alright? That's a pretty good spot there as well. Now, that's a spot that I've been normally taking you guys, so let's pop up here today to do something a little bit different. So this is like a unmarked location up here, so we're actually going to spawn at Freddy Fear's House of Scares. And we'll make our way up to that little location. We haven't been up here in a little while, so it's good to kind of check it out to make sure it's still valid here today. I do have to be careful here. Sometimes there's a glowing Wendigo or a bloated glowing one. But we're going to head north. And again, as I mentioned, it's just up in this location right there, okay? It kind of looks like an entrance to a cave, but it's not. And if you get on a public server, you might find this is a pretty popular spot. You'll even find maybe people's survival tents up here. So just enough while you may have to server hop this location a couple times. Or you can try out down by, as I mentioned, the Middle Mountain pit stop area. Now again, there will be a couple insects here as well. Usually a couple blot flies. Let's get our weapon out here. Alright, so right over here, sorry. Or more like right here, I guess. There we go. Now again, anywhere from 1 to 3 of these guys will be around here. Oh, how you doing? Hey, there's our honeybees. Nice. Oh, I died, yeah. I died. That's okay. Just trounced me. Yeah, right on, Jimmy boy. Alright, so there's our honeybeast up there. We got our one. As you saw, there's another one in hot pursuit. But there is a chance to get a third one up there. Let's spawn back at our camp. I've been defeated. Yeah, this weapon is a good weapon, but it's... you'll see at the end I did add a perk card on there, which will help with the fire damage to myself. And we'll go over that at the end, but there's a feral ghoul down there, looks like. Alright. Anyway, we got our honeybees there. There you guys go. Rock and roll, baby. Scrap junk to produce springs 5. So springs is a junk item that we can use the bulk and scrap method at the Tinker's Workbench. We go to Tinker's Workbench, we go craft. We go bulk, go to the S section. So to bulk 1 spring, you need 10 loose springs and 2 plastic in your stash of scrap box. You go ahead and you bulk your 1 spring, then you scrap it. It's hands down the fastest, quickest, easiest way to complete this daily challenge. More so for the folks that are kind of short on time or the people that just like to get things done quick and easy. Now there are a couple of spring farms in game. One such spot is right up here at Camp McClintock in the Charleston Capitol building, the DMV building. And right over here in Sugar Grove at the very end. Now, just be careful because sometimes at the very end, there's a 50% chance to come across an Assaultron, those crazy ones that go invisible. But there's a lot of carton of cigarettes, which is good for asbestos. But also there's a lot of pencils and there's a lot of clipboards, which will give you springs at the very end of Sugar Grove. Okay? So let's pop over here to Camp McClintock here today. And you can also buy bulk springs as is from one of the vendors down at the White Spring Mall. So if you go to the north entrance, it brings you right down to the mall. You can use the front door entrance too, by just an additional loading screen. But usually one of those vendors there will sell bulk springs. So you can also do it that way as well. All right, let's head inside. Now, this is a nice little neutral area. This is also a ballistic fiber farm here as well. But we're looking for the springs. Battered clipboards here. Let's go ahead here and see what that shows us. So one battered clipboard gives us 1 spring and also some wood. So there we go. It's pretty awesome. And as you can see, there's all kinds of them here. Tons of them. This guy's just kind of clicking them around here. Yeah, that should be enough here. Let's see. 14, perfect. And again, there's a lot more on the other side here. And there's some along over here as well. So there's all kinds of clipboards here to go around. So it's good to kind of say some for other people, kind of be courteous to other people. Let's go ahead and scrap them here. And there we go. Scrap trying to produce springs 5 for 5. Again, the bulk and scrap method is where it's at if you're short on time, okay? What's next here? Yeah, this is a weapons workbench, I believe. Yeah, it's papered stuff. So let's take a look at this one here. Craft a scrap a ranged weapon 5. So again, when you go out in the wasteland, there we can find ranged weapons all over the place. We can find ranged weapons off of enemies that we kill. Now, just keep in mind, since the December 3rd, 2024 update, the drop rate for weapons and even armor from killing enemies have significantly been reduced. So you haven't played for a while, you're coming back to the game, and you're wondering what is going on. There's nothing wrong with the game. It's just it's just this change that Bethesda purposely made, okay, for whatever reason. So just an FYI, if you're noticing there's a huge change in the drop rate. So that's just the way it is what it is. But we can find ranged weapons in a couple of places. There's usually one down here in the Somerville Docks in the main building. There's a shotgun usually at the church in Helvetia, just the white church here. On your way up to the steeple before you head up the stairs, there's usually a shotgun there. And usually the Scorched in this area will usually have shotguns or some sort of ranged weapon on them anyway, which is pretty decent. Right here at the Somerville's Dam, we do have that long suspension bridge, and there should be a shotgun on either side, so they're also considered ranged weapons. Mole miners down here in Welsh. Up here in Monadga, they usually have shotguns, missile launchers on them as well. Even combat shotguns, so those are some great places as well. I find places in the forest, a lot of the Scorched and the Super Mutants will have more melee weapons, but you can also try those areas if you so wish. Another thing you can try is you can always craft a couple and then scrap a couple, okay? So let's go to our weapons workbench here. We're going to go craft. Now, we have these pipe weapons right down here. Now, we can craft these at level 1, and when I started my low-level character this past summer, 2024, I was able to craft these things right out of the vault. Alright, so just an FYI. And they don't really cost a whole lot of material. All those materials we can find in Flatwoods fairly easily, okay? So let's go ahead. We're going to craft a couple of these level 1s here. Alright. And then we are going to scrap them. There we go, done. Craft or scrap a ranged weapon 5 for 5. Again, depends on how much time that you have. You can go after some enemies. Definitely nothing wrong with that, but just going to want to show you a nice, easy way to do it. Alright, what's next here? Let's go ahead, collect Brain Fungus 5. So we did have the weekly challenge there this past Tuesday. You can check out that video if you so wish. Again, everything is time-stamped. One of the best spots is down here at the Rusty Pit, which is a free fast travel once when you do discover the location. And there are a bunch of little spots down there in the Rusty Pit. It's a pretty good spot there. Usually right over here and the abandoned waste dump. All kinds of brain fungus in there. Again, you do have to be careful of the 2 death claws in there. Sometimes there are 3, but there'll be 2 most certainly in there. But there's a good spot for brain fungus. Bunch of brain fungus here in the Wendigo Cave. Now, the Wendigo Cave is a little bit higher level area. A lot of cave crickets, mylar kings, and all that in there. So just be very careful in there. Usually anywhere in around the mire, like in around the waterway areas, usually just brain fungus just kind of growing. And down here in Cranberry Bog and around the Sundew Grove areas, there's usually a bunch of brain fungus in around those areas as well. And right here at the General Steakhouse, we actually spawn across the road and around this little river system. And you follow the river system, go under a bridge. There's usually like a kind of like a broken down trailer. Nice little section there of brain fungus. And we actually kind of went there for this past Tuesday's weekly challenge videos. You can check that out if you so wish. Let's pop over here to the abandoned waste dump. We didn't have a chance to come up here, so let's go this way. This time around, kind of change it up. Show you different locations. Not just talk about it, but kind of show you. Alright, let's head inside here. Now again, you do have to be careful of the 2 death claws inside. But if you follow the Overseer missions, you actually come here very early on in-game at a low level, okay? Now there is a perk card that will help us out here when we are harvesting the brain fungus. It'll be under perception. It's called the green thumb. Twice as much when harvesting flora, okay? So any other type of flora and even crops like corn and razor grain, when you get credit for 2, you don't, when you pick up 2, you only get credit for 1 for a daily challenge. But for whatever reason, for brain fungus, when you pick up 2, you get credit for 2. Okay? And brain fungus, it seems to me, is the only one that works as it should. And I don't know why this. I'm not complaining, but I'm just saying that any other crop or any kind of type of flora doesn't work. You only get credit for 1 for some reason. Now, you don't have to have it equipped like me. At least not throw it out. It's a good card to have, especially if you're a herbivore. So here's some brain fungus here. As you see, we picked up 2, we get credit for 2. Okay. In a place like this, that's a real good perk card to have. Kind of eliminates having to go around this place if you don't have to. You just kind of sneak up here without having to bother with that death claw. Nice little patch right here. As you see how the perk card is really helping us out here with the brain fungus. Yeah, bad boy down there. He's going to be turning around the corner here soon. Alright, good stuff. So we're going to kind of sneak by him here. Let's harvest this one here. There we go. Done just like that. But you can see all the brain fungus. There's a lot of glowing fungus down here too, but there's a lot of brain fungus there on the wall, as you can kind of see, okay? Now the other death claw is way in there, like way as you can see there. And the other guy's just kind of roaming around. He doesn't even know we're here. Alright. Pretty good spot there. What's next here? Let's go ahead and kill a cultist 10. Many great spots we could find cultists in around the wasteland. Talking about up here in the forest area. This type of icon here is what we're usually looking for. So we do have Clancy Manor. One of the few exceptions to that particular icons here is Point Pleasant, but we can find at least 20 cultists here. It's a pretty good spot. We also have Organ Cave. I find Organ Cave a little bit of a maze though, but these are 3 different entrances, but it just brings you to the same cave. Just 3 different entrances, okay? What else we got here? We got the Kanawha County Cemetery. Looking for a little bit more of a challenge. We have the Lucky Hole Mine. We were here just the other day. You have good old Johnson's Ingot. There's only about 4 or 5 of them down there. And then I believe we have a couple little spots up here. Crossroads, just for an example. Probably one of the best spots, probably the most popular, be right here in Point Pleasant. We haven't been here a little while, so let's pop over here today. All right, lock and load here, Jimmy. Again, if you have a couple of Molotovs, you have some grenades, any type of weapon will do. It's not real particular. He's stuck in there, isn't he? Oh! See that cat? That's awesome. Just like, huh, one of these things don't look like the other. Oh god, I can't even make that stuff up. You know, that's one of the reasons why I still play this game today. You know, like this game, it has its quirks. You know, don't get me wrong, it does. But but he's just like up here, just like just makes me laugh. Like it really makes my day. It really does. You know, when I need a good laugh, I just play this game for a little bit. It's awesome. Where is this guy? Oh, boys. Yeah, the fire damage, I don't even know where those guys are at. Oh, how you doing there? Right, there we go. Are they shooting at me from all over there? Wow.
I join you in eternity.
Yeah, whatever. Oh, there's over there. I wonder where these guys were at. Oh, these guys like way inside there. I'm not too sure if I can get him though. He can get me though, because he's an NPC. Alright. What's next here, Jim? Oh, just got one left? Okay. Epic. Destroy robots with an energy weapon 5. Okay, so that's the main thing, is you must have an energy weapon killing these robots. Okay, that's the main thing to remember. Let's head back to our camp, just so we can kind of go through that real quick, just maybe for the newer folk who are kind of watching and maybe unsure of some ideas before we head out. Back out into the field. Guy sticking his head up over the concrete wall there. Oh, that's awesome. You'll never see me here. Oh, I got some ghouls here. Oh, that's cool. See that? That's pretty cool, seeing that guy kind of melt like that.
You are a piece of scrap.
Alright.
That means I
Yeah, whatever, buddy. Let's take a look here. Epic. Destroy robots with an energy weapon 5. Alright, let's take a look at different types of energy weapons. Jeez, it seems kind of blurry here. Let's go craft. So, energy weapons, right down here. So, these are different types of energy weapons we have here in-game. Now, if you're not an energy gun user, okay, and you're wondering, okay, now I gotta go craft one, I gotta go find one. These laser pistols and then the rifle version usually are carried by super mutants and by blood eagles, okay? And maybe the odd cultist or two. And then we have these plasma pistols and the rifle version of them. These are usually carried by blood eagles, okay? So just an FYI, you can also go after some of them. And what is going on out here? I'll leave my camp for a little bit here. Yep. So you can also kind of do it that way. It's how you can find some weapons, okay? So we're going to try out this with this weapon right here. Of course, we can find robots all around the wasteland. So we get some robots right up here in the upper section of Clarksburg. Okay, so the lower section will have ghouls, but the upper section will have robots. We have good old Arctos Pharma, probably the first robots you come across. Just like down here, Voltec Agricultural Research Center. So whether you spawn in fertile soil event or not, there will always be robots inside and outside of the building. So that is a pretty good spot there as well. And these guys are pretty squishy. Down here, Charleston Train Yard is usually about 10 Liberators down here. Down here in Beckley Mine Exhibit, again, a bunch of robots down there as well. 4 Robo-Brains here in the Hawksbill Weather Station. We have a couple of, like this Charleston Fire Department, bunch of robots in around there. All right, so even the passive ones you can go after. I wouldn't really recommend going after the robots in around White Springs, because even if you shoot at them, and let's say you miss, but the splash effect hits them, everyone, even the responders, will come out and kill you, okay? So I wouldn't really recommend doing it around White Springs. You could try it if you wish, but I wouldn't recommend it. New Appalachian Train Yard, I find, will usually have a couple of robots in around there as well. Sugar Grove, all kinds of robots, even the Saltron. Robco Research Center, and of course, down here in Watoga, whether you completed Mayor of Watoga or not, it's be a matter of whether the robots will be passive or non-passive towards you, but there'll be all kinds of robots here. So we need 5 of them. So let's go to the Charleston Fire Department. We don't usually do this very often, just down the road from where we're at here. And we'll go after these guys here just to kind of show you, like, if you're kind of running out of options and this light doesn't do anything. And, you know, everywhere you should go, you know, these robots are already destroyed. So you actually might come here and these robots might be destroyed. So let's take out this guy here. All right, so there we go. There's one. So they will kind of turn aggressive towards you. So just an FYI there. There we go. It's a little bit better. And I think there's another guy upstairs, but there's a vendor bot here, but I don't think you can destroy him. Pretty sure he's invincible. We'll find out here in a second anyway. Yeah, he's a vendor bot, so you can't destroy him. Oh, he's right there. Right, there we go. Destroy a robot with an energy weapon, and again, these guys are pretty squishy. You can just kind of come here and take care of them. All right. Good stuff. Hey, what's next here? I think we're done. Yeah, we are. Nice and easy. Okay, let's head back to the old camp here, and we'll go over weapon of the day. I brought the Enclave plasma rifle with me just in case, if for whatever reason this did not work with this weapon. Like, I knew it would, but just in case, you just never know with this game. So I just brought the Enclave plasma rifle just in case if this didn't work out. All right, there we go. All right. Weapon of the day. Aristocrats, mine, focus, Gatling laser, up to plus 50% damage based on the caps you have, currently plus 50%. Projectiles explode for plus 20% weapon damage and plus 3 agility. We have the severe beta wave tuner, align charging barrels, reflex sight dot, beam focuser, and the mine paint. It does 25 fire damage, 84 electrical damage, 107 fire damage for 3 seconds. That's what usually gets me. It does take fusion cores, and it is single fire. Let's take a look at the perk card. So again, as I mentioned, I did make a slight change yesterday after I had died a couple times. So again, it is a heavy gun. So under strength, we have Master Heavy Gunner, Expert Heavy Gunner, all maxed out. So we have Sturdy Frame, we have Lock and Load, we have Grenadier, Bulletproof, and I put on this Fireproof. And I forgot I even had it, and it did somewhat help this particular episode. And again, take 45% less damage from explosions and flame attacks. It definitely makes sense, and I would say it definitely worked out. I think we just died so quick because those honey beasts were like level 100, and they're just so close to us. I think it, between that and the fire, a little bit of fire damage that we were receiving, we just died. Alright, Tenderizer, Covert Operative, White Knight, Adrenaline, these random luck cards which you see kind of being activated randomly. Of course, this one's one gun army for the heavy gun build. Legendary perk cards, these ones don't change for me, they all stay the same. I'm pretty happy with them, and definitely recommend them, and they're all maxed out. Okay, awesome, there we go. Turn this light off here. Yeah, so there you guys go. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Oh, before I forget, don't forget the special event challenges that we have going on this week. So this is week 1 of these special events, the Science of Love, okay? And you can check out that video I made this past Tuesday. Again, there's so many different ways we can complete these challenges. The main thing is you just have to be wearing that Dr. Head mirror when you're completing them, okay? But again, when I made that video, I approached it the same way I would do my daily, weekly challenge video. So it's the same kind of setup that I do, giving all kinds of tips and guides and places you can find this stuff, okay? So just an FYI if you want to check it out. Again, this is just week 1, and week 2 will be next week. If you enjoyed the video, please like, subscribe, and share when you have the chance. It really helps me out. I'd like to thank my channel members, Artistically Arranged, Michael Edwards, Nigel Wiffen, Heather, Whitetribe, Robco, Mr. Shelton, Drake Stamps, Mr.Prince, NotMeButMeYesMeThatsMe, Drew, Andrew, Demon, Confoundedbridge, Corne van Niekerk, Ben, Durant, John, DJ59. Thank you all so very much, and I hope you all have a nice day.